This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important update to share with you. The government will not be shutting down yet. The Senate has voted and passed the stopgap funding bill, but there is a date when the government could shut down a few weeks away. I'll give you that date. There's $2,000 and $4,000 stimulus checks that could be claimed. I wasn't even aware of this. I'll give you the details on that, plus $850 checks to be claimed as well, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a terrific Thursday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. So U.S. Senate votes to move forward with stopgap funding bill after energy proposal dropped. Also, another headline here, the Senate moves ahead on U.S. funding after Manchin drops energy bid. So the whole Manchin energy pipeline bill that was supposed to be snuck into this big bill is actually dropped, and looks like the government won't be shutting down, but there is a date that it could shut down. So it looks like the Senate voted on this for the stopgap funding bill to keep the government running, but there is a date. It's not like it's permanent until next September of 2023. It's actually going until December 16th. So December 16th is the next time that a government could shut down, and they did it without having to do it at midnight, which I think is what they did last year. They waited right until midnight for this type of bill to pass, but they did it a day or so before. Take a look at this video clip explaining more and what's going to happen.
Senator Joe Manchin has pulled his permitting bill from the spending package. Senator John Thune, Republican, South Dakota, joins me now. Mr. Senator, in my opinion, this is a big win for the Greens and a big loss for America. Do you see it that way?
We don't, Stuart. As you might expect, we think there was a better way to do this, and the Manchin reforms were very limited, and in fact, in many ways, sort of moved us away from what we were trying to accomplish in terms of true, meaningful permitting reforms. So there's an effort underway now, which should have started a long time ago, and Joe Manchin has incorporated Shelley Moore Capito, his fellow senator from West Virginia, who has a bill that is true permitting reform that has 50 Republican co-sponsors on it. And I think that they can find a path forward that will enable us to do some meaningful permitting reform, but unfortunately, the Manchin bill did not get us there.
Senator, if the Republicans do retake the House and the Senate, what can you do with the massive tax and spend bill? Can you reverse any of it?
Well, my hope would be, Stuart, that if we do get the majorities, obviously we're going to reprioritize all the Biden agenda items, because clearly this is, we've got an economy that's wobbly, we have a 40-year high inflation, we've got an energy crisis in this country, we've got a border crisis in this country. We're going to have to literally start from ground zero and do everything we can to reverse some of the harm that's been done through those massive spending bills. And to your point, the 87,000 new employees at the IRS, for example, is one area where I think a Republican Congress, through the power of the purse, through the appropriations process, and through the confirmation process, may be able to leverage and get the administration to go back on some of these huge new spending programs that they've started as a result of those two big spending bills. So we'll be doing everything we can, exercising all the powers we have, knowing that we still have we'll be dealing with a Democrat president and a veto pen, but believe me, we'll be using all the leverage we have.
You got to give us some hope, Mr. Senator, because this is a financial program. We're looking at Wall Street, we're looking at the economy, and I don't think there's many people who really want to go into a recession and then raise taxes. That's a disaster.
It would be. In fact, I think the thing that we would want to do right away is make permanent the 2017 tax law. A lot of those provisions are expiring. If you want to give investors certainty and predictability, it starts there. And then it starts with changing the approach to regulation, Stuart. The heavy hand of government that's been imposed by this administration, that needs to be replaced with a lighter touch. And let's get the incentives out there for investment to increase supply in our economy. And hopefully that will start to equalize with demand, and we can see inflation start to moderate. But as of right now, it's a five-alarm crisis, and we've got to take the House and the Senate in November if we're going to turn it around.
And at this moment, are you confident that you'll take both the House and the Senate?
I am. I just think that people at the end of the day, when they look at these, you know, they're pocketbook voters, and the Democrats are trying to change the subject, trying to distract in other areas. But, you know, if you look at the border, you look at national security, you look at economic security, you look at energy security, that's the basket of issues that I think American people are focused on. And when they vote, it's going to be very clear the contrast between the two visions for the future of this country. We need a different vision that's good for the economy, good for energy security, good for national security, and the Republicans will provide that. And I think the American people get that. I think they've seen enough of this administration's policies and the effects and results of that, and they're ready for change. So I'm hopeful, I'm confident, and I think we're going to get it done.
Well, there's less than 6 weeks to go to those elections. Let's see how it turns out. Senator,
yes,
thank
indeed.
you very much for being with us. So we really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Stuart. You bet.
Next, let's talk about these $2,000 and $4,000 checks that I don't even remember hearing about. So, deadline to claim direct payment worth up to $4,000 for thousands of Americans is in days. See the exact date. So there are just days left for thousands of Americans to act and claim direct payment worth up to $4,000. The Excluded New Jerseyans Fund is offering support to those in the Garden State who missed out on stimulus checks, and direct payments are worth $2,000 for individuals and $4,000 for families. The rollout of the program from Governor Phil Murphy set aside $40 million, which was followed by another $20 million from the American Rescue Act, and applications closed back in February, but they're saying that 17,000 applicants did not send over the correct documents, so they might open it up again. And for those who did send the wrong documents, you have to send the right documents in order to get those $2,000 and $4,000 checks. So yeah, if you're in New Jersey waiting for one of those checks, make sure you take the proper action and see if and when it reopens, if you didn't get in already. And then stimulus update, $850 checks must be claimed in just weeks. See if you can get the payment. So this is going on in Maine, and those $850 checks, although they were supposed to go out, what happened is that not everyone is getting it at the moment. So basically, what this budget shows, once again, through hard work and good faith negotiations, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents can come together to do what is right for Maine people, and that we can do so without rancor or bitter partisanship that has come sometimes divided August in the past. So basically, to qualify for this, Maine residents must be full-year residents of the state and file 2021 Maine income tax return by October 31st. So if you didn't get your Maine $850 check yet, you have until October 31st to submit your taxes so you can be eligible for that. And when it comes to federal level fourth stimulus checks, at this moment, it's not in Congress, or it's not going through. Some are saying it could be done through executive order, and some are saying that it could cause more inflation. But I think if most people were given the option of a stimulus check, I think they would take it, especially with all the hard times that are going on right now. But anyways, that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella's tip of the day. I want to say that never let bad vibes take over you. You have to let the good vibes just let you free. You have to always be good and always be humble and always be great to everybody. And I love making these tip of the days for you guys because you guys are my friends. Bye! I want to do a tip of the day. Hi guys. Hi. This is my tip of the day. I want to say, don't go on the road. If you cross, you'll get smushed. And have a great day. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. If you like how I get straight to the point, show you the news sources, then subscribe to the channel so you get notified of all future videos related to stimulus and money going out to the American people. Also, looks like the hurricane has destroyed a lot of Florida so far. You live in Florida, prayers go out to you. Hopefully you're safe and okay. And it looks like it might be heading up this way, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, although not as strong. And my friend's wedding this weekend that I'm supposed to fly out to New York may not happen. I'll keep you updated. Anyways, if you want to check out any of my latest videos, click right up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.